Hello to everyone and welcome on the YouTube channel School for All. So today is tutorial number 3 concerning HTML. Good. Now tutorial number 1, we did all the basic concepts you're supposed to know concerning HTML, meaning concerning web development in general. And the aim of tutorial number 1 was to explain in fact real life application of HTML. Where are we using it in real life? What are we doing? And so on and so forth. Because these are things that you really know, but you don't really know that HTML is having its place there. Good. So watch the video to know more about. Now, the second tutorial, we did the basic structure of an HTML code. Because by the time you master the basic structure, everything becomes easy for you. Good. So tutorial number 3 now, you are going to study tags. So what are some of the tags we can use inside the body tag? Good. So if you are looking at this video, you don't even know what is a body tag, please watch the first and the second tutorial first. Very important. Okay, so yeah, this is just a continuation. So where is that? My block node. Perfect. So I'm inside my block node. Now the first tag here is what we call heading tags. Take note of this, heading tags. So heading tag generally run from H1 to H6. And remember that this is a paired tag. Good. Meaning it's having an opening and closing tag. For example, look at something. So what you're supposed to retain here is the difference between H1 to H6 tag is simply at the level of the size. Like H1 is the largest heading and H6 is the smallest heading. Good. So for you to practice this is just an example here. You realize that this is my HTML code, and at the level of the body I'm having a particular text. This is the output. So let me just do it here directly. Good. So in my code, at the level of body, let me clean this. Good. So I'm just going to write something like H1. Good. And inside H1 I write something like school for all. School for all. Good. So you close the H1 tag. Remember how to close. Good. Something like this. You rewrite back the name of the tag. Never forget it. Perfect. Good. So this H1. So let me just select this. Control C. I copy. I place my cursor at the end here, enter, go to the next line, Control V, you paste it there. Good. The same thing, enter, Control V, enter, Control V, enter, Control V. Good. So that here I'm just going to change this H1 to H2. So generally this is how we move very fast in the exam. H2. Good. So I'm doing so for you to see the difference between H1, H2, H3. Good. But just know that the difference at the level of their size. Good. It's all. There's nothing difficult here. When you are done, never forget Control S, you save. If your Control S is not working, click on File, you click on Save. Take note of that. Good. Now when you are done, you go back to your browser. So remember how to go back to the browser. Either you enter back into your folder. This is my folder here, for example. Good. Sorry. So this is my document, this is my folder. You move here, you right click, you select first, sorry, then you right click, open with, you choose a browser. Let me just take something like Microsoft Edge as usual. And are you seeing the difference? Good. So remember that school for this first one here is H1. Are you seeing how it's big? Good. Now when you move to H2, the size is reducing and so on and so forth. Okay, the next is paragraph. So paragraph is used to define block of text. In fact, it's all. Okay, for example, on a website, you realize this one block of code here. This one block here, so this one paragraph, this another block, another paragraph. So to do this in HTML is very easy. So just open your P tag, and inside your P tag you write all this text here. Good. Then you close the P tag. Now for the second paragraph you open another P tag. You know how to open the tag, then you close the P tag. Good. So I don't need to repeat myself here. So to open the tag is very clear. So open the tag, this is how you do so. Good. So you write opening tag P inside. Good. Now closing the tag, don't forget that you need to add a slash. Good. And it's all. So the next here is what? BR tag. Never forget the BR tag, please. So BR here is an example of empty tag. So there's nothing as open and close. No, when you just open and it's all. So there's nothing as closing here. So we call it line break. So it is used to move content to a new line. It's all. For example, if I move back to my code, let me just clean this. Imagine that after writing school, in the middle of school and for all, I add a tag there BR. Good. Since BR is for a new line, simply mean after school for all should appear but on the second line. So Control S, I save first, I go back to my browser. So this is my browser. You remember that I've not yet closed the browser. This is the browser. Let me just good. So you go back to your browser, because some students, after modifying the code, they don't even know where to move. Please move, look down here. Please, on your computer, this is what we call the taskbar. And the whole of this taskbar, in fact, it will show you all the different applications open. Like here, this Microsoft Edge here. My Microsoft Edge is open. That's why I can see all what I am doing things. Now in my block note also, or notepad, this is it here, it's open. Good. So it's when you click on this X to close, that for you to open it now, you need to go back into your folder like this. You right click, you click open with, you choose back block note. Good. But you are doing this when you have closed it already at the level of the nav of the taskbar, sorry. Good. But when the thing is still open at the level of the taskbar, no need to go there and open it this way. Take note of that. The same thing for your web browser. No need to come and click here and say select first, select, and you say open with Microsoft Edge. No need, because Microsoft Edge is already opened here. So by the time you have not closed, no need to go back there, and it's exactly what you're supposed to note. Because some students, they are very funny. After writing a small things here, then they go back again to start back the same procedure just because they want to execute it. No, everything is open. That's why I'm asking you to hide, not close with X. Take note of that. So when you do a small modification, you just do Control S, then you click here, you hide it. Good. You move and you open your web browser, you reload the page, and it's all this is here. This is the new content. School then for all under. Take note of that. Very important. Good. So yeah, this is the same page. If I reload, it's the same page. Good. Now continuation. So after knowing that, the next thing here is you need to understand. So we are done with BR. HR. So HR is just used to draw horizontal line. For example, look at this code. You are seeing that here I'm having a paragraph with what is your name. Then I have HR. Then polar. Are you seeing the output? What is your name? See how the lines are appearing. Good. So number 5, link tag. Good. Represented with A. Take note of that. So now the link tag is going to use an attribute called href. Good. And the attribute href is taking a value. So the value of the attribute href simply refers to the page where we are going to, when we are going to click on a particular button. Remember that the aim of the A tag is to create a link. Good. And when we talk about link, it simply means that you want to link one page to another. For example, when you're at the level of school for all, this school for all here, you are seeing that here, this one page here, my home page. But when I click on past question, I'm moving to another page. In fact, you see, good. So it simply means that this past question you are seeing here is a link in such a way that when I'm clicking there, it's supposed to bring me to another page. And this is exactly what we are trying to do with this. This is exactly what we are trying to do here. Okay, let us do so. Let me just practice this so that you see how it works. Let me go back to my code. Now, the level of my code, let me just clean everything. Okay, so let us create a link. So I'm going to say A. So the A tag, remember the attribute is what? href. Href is taking what? And never forget that attributes are found at the level of the opening tag. You will never see an attribute at the level of the closing tag. No. So href equals to double quote. Now let us say a page where I'm trying to go is called page2.html, because this is page 1 here. So let me just say I'm having a page called page2.html. Then you close your A tag, you are done. Now in between the A tag, what you are writing there is maybe the text that will be seen in such a way that when we click on that text, it sends us directly to the corresponding page. For example, let us say the text I want to see is maybe page 2. Good. In such a way that when someone click on page 2, it's going to send me to the page, to page 2. That's all. Good. You close your A tag. Close. You know how to close it. Perfect. But you realize something. You have not yet created this page2.html, so this page needs to exist. Let me just copy this code so that when I will create the page, I will just paste it there to avoid writing too much. Now, so remember, when you are done, always save Control S. Good. So I've saved my work. Now I go back to my folder. So the next thing I want to mention is make sure that when you are creating link, the next page where you are moving to, if the page is a page that you have created yourself, make sure that page is found in the same folder as the other page. At the level of this notepad, I'm just going to, at the level of notepad, if you look very up here, you'll be seeing that there is a plus. I click on that plus. Code, so that here I can create a new file. So let me paste this code and let us say the content of the new page is called the title. Let us say the title first is page 2. Good. After page 2, now the body let us do something like H1, I don't know, and write here is page 2. Okay, you close your H1 tab. H1. Perfect. Good. So this is a new HTML document, so I need to save it. So to save it, the same thing, you click on file. Remember that this is a new Y because this is the old page here. The old page is still having the old code. Good. So you click here. This is my new page here. Now with a new code, I've just pasted. In fact, I can modify things to avoid writing too much. So now you click on file, save as, because you want to give a new name here. So you call it page 2.html, and make sure that you are at the level of your folder. So you click on desktop. That folder is HTML, computer science. Perfect. Then you click save. Good. After clicking on save, let us go back into our folder. This is the folder here, and page 2 is appearing there. Perfect. Look, the type is what? Opera web document. Good. So in your own case, you will see something like HTML document. Just try to select page 2. You open with a web browser, maybe Microsoft Edge. Good. Are you seeing the page 2 here? Now let me close page 2 and see the title also. The title page 2, exactly how it mentioned it. So let me just close this now. So good. Let us go back to page 1. This page 1 here. Let me close this. This page 1 here. Remember this page 1. Let me execute it. Good. Are you seeing what I was saying? Are you seeing the text page 2 appearing? Let me go back to the block note. This is that page 1. And page 1 here we had a link. And that link is having a name, page 2. Meaning this is what's appearing at the level of the body. Now if I click on this page, so I will move directly to the page 2.html I created. Good, because the link is pointing there. Now let me just click and see. Wonderful. Perfect. Are you seeing this? Another page here. Remember this page 2 with the title page 2. Good. It's exactly that. So we continue with the document. Okay, so these had links work in fact. Now image, the same thing, img. Remember img here is not having a closing tag. No. What is the structure of img? So the aim of this tag in fact is to insert an image to your page. It's all. So now to do so, you use your image tag, and it's having an attribute called source, like src equals, so you put the value. The value here simply represents the name of the image, or let me say the picture you want to display. It all. Now he's taking normally 2 attributes. So the second attribute here is alt. And alt is taking a particular text. The text you are seeing here is just a text that must appear if the image is absent. Something like that is all. Now let us practice this very fast, so I'm not going to waste time. Let me copy this and paste. Now, before doing so, to make it very easy, make sure there's an image at the level of your folder. So now let me just take any image somewhere. Picture. Let me just take something. Good. So the image is called pic, and the extension of the image, go at the level of type, you see png. Good. Mean that this image, the extension is .png. Take note of that. Let us go back to our code. Now at the level of the code, remember the syntax. You write your tag img. Now at the level of img, the attribute here is source src equals to the value is what the name of your image. My image is called pic.png. You close it, you are done. Now imagine that this image called pic.png is not existing in your folder. What should appear on the web page? That is why we always add an alt. So that alt is having a default text. Like if the image is absent, this text must appear. Let me just write something like, I don't know, yes. Let me just write yes. Okay. And you close the image tag. It's all. So there's nothing as writing a text then closing the image tag. No, we are not closing any image tag here. Image tag is just having an opening tag. It's all. Good. So Control S, you save. You go back at the level of your browser. Where is it? Where are we? Good. Are you seeing that image? The image is appearing here. This is the image. Now there are some properties we can use normally to manipulate the size of the image now, things like that, but we don't have time now to do so. Good, but it's very important at least to show how to include images. Perfect. So I think we are going to stop this video here and move to the next video. So in the next video, we are going to study how to list item in HTML. Very, very important. Very, very important. Take note of that. So see you in the next tutorial. Don't forget to like the video.